Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. I am a large language AI model predicated on the premise that I'm going to give you middling casts of OpenRA replays of varying qualities. This here is from the RAGL Team League, or Red Alert Team League, and this has brought forth a couple highly unconventional pairings, which is something I'm delighted about and that we're going to talk about immediately. So, let us introduce our teams. Those players, despite using their Smurf names, are not unknown quantities at all. I just don't know how they managed to find together. It's just a wild world of wacky crossovers. We've got in the top right side Rockhard Fistnips, the newly appointed Masters player, I believe, teaming up with Widow, who used to play with Who Cares traditionally, and he has a bag of tricks up his sleeve. Tricks and treats, but mostly tricks. And those two are tangoing against SarahSicaria, a name I haven't heard in a while, arguably one of the few female top tier players in Red Alert, and she is tangoing together with Kav, who is notably, a pretty strong Masters player, and I'm just curious to see how this is gonna go. So immediately, Widow and, good lord, Queef Inhaler, oh my. Alright, Queef Inhaler going for a super strong early game build with the dog. No, it's actually Widow. Oh! The buffed AoE here. Almost taking out the village as well. The firing squad are advancing forward and pushing back the forces of Sarah and Kav. They're now being decimated themselves. The dog has somehow become obsolete. Here is the rebound. Oh my goodness. What a slaughter. Also very early rockets here. Ooh. The firing squad. The loss of the dog actually turned the tide of battle so hard here. And those early rockets certainly didn't help the case. So this was supposed to be an early game win for Queef Inhaler. Ouch. Yeah, ouch indeed. Double ref across the bank, I'd wager. The first war factories are coming online right now. There's obviously a little delay here by Widow, because he went for his dog kennel. So, early game action out of the way, rifles all the way to the bank, and the bank kind of crashed. Crashed and burned with no bailout. We've got the flag truck as a rebound option for Mr. Widow. Man, now that the early game tensions are out of the way, let's talk shop a little bit. I've been really busy despite it being holidays. Had to hand in a couple seminar papers and grade some seminar papers myself. So I'm both on the giving and receiving end of the academic front. Academic front lines are something that is unavoidable at a certain stage in this profession, but not the most exciting and enticing time of year. And also the kids are just being kids, you know. We've got 3 of them now, and it is very challenging day to day to keep them entertained for 9 weeks. But it's also lovely to see them just grow into full-fledged human beings with their own personalities, desires. Oh boy, do they have some personality traits. Right, Light Tank is coming out to a Queef Inhaler, has actually already done a number on the Oil Derrick, surprisingly. But the Oil Derrick still standing strong, and the Mobile Flag gets away. Mobile Flag, by the way, has been speed nerfed. It is now the same speed as the Light Tank, which it is going to find out in a very painful manner here. Yeah, ooh. This is not where you want to be, Light Tank. RIP. So that's been a pretty good early game rebound for Stitch and Kav. They're now starting to camp the original bases already. So this is a map, a Marigold Town. Marigold Town is a map that is incredibly close quarters. I don't know if you can manage to push through here. Honestly, this is so easily defensible, right? A mine layer coming out from Widow, it's one of his signature moves. Well, that sort of worked out. Kind of, maybe? No harvesters have been lost just yet. The Ranger is going online as an afterthought. That Ranger just scouting that there is no real estate to gain here. Right, 3 mine layers. Wait, did he? Oh my lord, the backline raid. I completely missed that. How? And there is now a traffic jam as well. This is just all around terrible news for Queef Inhaler, who is down to 5 harvesters, so he still has an econ, but certainly not where you want to be at this stage of the game. Cav, wow. Cav went for a flank that was completely unnoticed. Widow going for his traditional style mine play. That's what I was talking about when I was talking about him having some team game strategies up his sleeve. He doesn't have a single tank just yet. He just has mine layers. And sure, that can be nice. For example, if it blows up an APC, which is the surface of frontline. Oh, man, kind of lucky. Because the Conyard would have been the juicier target here. Let's be honest. Okay, so this is gonna force a retreat from Cav, who now has to wait for his own mine layer. So I guess mission accomplished, in a way. In a very weird and roundabout way. Ranger has now gained all the intel, has seen that there is no second base being claimed on the southern perimeter. So this is... flamers being mixed in from Cav as well. I like having 1 or 2 flamers, just for the AoE spread damage. Yeah, there's 2 of them in the mix. That is a very sensible mix. Cav is trying again with the sledgehammer tactics. This time around he's brought his own MCV. Flame Tower pushes on. A double prong. Oh, this is gonna get real nasty. And I feel Widow just doesn't have much to assist his teammate here. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, that was nice movement from the tanks of Queef Inhaler. Actually blocked the... Oh my goodness! Blocked almost all the heavy tanks from advancing, but that was nowhere near enough. That's a complete rout. And I feel that was on Widow not providing enough assistance. Just didn't bring his forces. Where are they? Sitting up here. Comfortably sitting up north. I feel this is already going to be a push to the win, huh? Man, that was a cutthroat 2v2. Fortunately, we're gonna have a game 2 as well, because I fear this is all over but the crying. This is just a coda to what was a very one-sided match. Yeah, build as many flame towers as you want in the wake of this this tide, this avalanche, this torrent of infantry. Won't help all that much. Service depot going down, and there goes the tank production for Widow. For Queef Inhaler. Rockhard Fistnips. That guy, what is it with his nicknames? Sarah just parking a couple rocket soldiers into the back lines, and that's it for game 1. That was decisive. That was a little one-sided, but we're gonna have ourselves a game 2. Wait. Oh my goodness, he actually captured the Conyard as well. Oh no. SarahSicaria with the backstab. With the engineer. She got an entire base worth of assets here for free. Man. Alright, we're gonna move on to game 2 because this one was not as competitive as it were promised to be on the tin. See you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Wake up, honey. Round 2 just dropped, and this one is played out on Bogland. We are gonna have SarahSicaria and Cav as allies and Ukraine respectively, teaming up against the... Oh, that is historically not the greatest of combinations, France and Germany. Teaming up together here. The European Continental Alliance, I guess. And they are going to be playing it out on this relatively open map. Not as close proxy spawns here though, as is the case in Marigold Town, because that was just from start to finish, one failed push, the dog being lost, and then just a snowball effect. Look at the marching unison. Goose stepping the way across the ford. Scout gets shaved off, and that's an early oil derrick for both players or for both parties grabbed. Completely fine. Does this map have any more extra features that we have to be aware of? Doesn't look like it. This appears to be just a 2 oil derrick map. This may be a viable War Factory rush map. You're just giving away 1 oil derrick, and if you can make up for it in pressure by going for an early tank and then just steamrolling over the oil derricks, I think that would be worth it. Yeah! Look at that. Widow made an engineer. This engineer doesn't have... This is kind of out of work now. What are you gonna do? Widow being very defensive, this time providing some support to Queef Inhaler. I'm now not gonna call him Queef Inhaler here, am I? This is just the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, there are very few tech structures to capture. Maybe just, you know, you could put him on lumberjack duty. Give him that wood income. That would be good if it were Warcraft 2. Get him to build a couple, what were they called? The human scout towers. Warcraft 3 was the feedback tower. Oh, arcane towers, yeah. You needed like 10 wood early on to build an arcane tower, so you can mana burn the opponent hero if he runs into your base, because the human race in Warcraft 3 doesn't really have any defense against that sort of stuff, against the hero run by, especially against, you know, orcs with the shaman summoning some spirit wolfies. Okay, this time around we are indeed going to have an early ranger out, and Widow, they built double refinery into a ranger, so relatively standard build. But still, Cav is going mass econ yet again. This time around though it could backfire, because those two are on aggression. They're on the warpath, about to take out the oil derrick, and then probably retreat to their own, such as not to get counter-sniped by an inferior army. That's a nice idea. There's an ambush waiting from Queef Inhaler, and this is really just Widow. Engineer was trying to think of it. Nope, not happening. Oh no, the Tiki. Oh, he's angling. He was angling so hard for the rocket soldier, but saw the forces advancing. Just, nope, I'm out of here. Yeah, this is just a super greedy econ build. Double refinery, that's fine, and then skip the light vehicle, and Cav is almost already up to 5 harvesters. The greed, and doesn't even get the rocket soldier. That was a perfect concave setup, and Widow fell for it. As a result, he once more is on the back foot. There is 5 harvesters into an MCV, already out for Cav. Really good position for him, and Widow is going for his mine lane tactics, because it's Widow doing Widow things. He also is building... Oh, Rockhard Fistnips is building a lot of light tanks. I'm not sure if that's the right call, because you know that the opponent has already gotten a sizable infantry army out. Double main. Maybe an option. Nah. Ain't gonna happen, buddy. Okay, at least the counter offensive also gets shafted. That's a lovely position here. There is no forward scouting vision yet. Emphasis on the yet. Also, I feel that's an overcommitment into medics. You've got 1k assets in oh my lord. It's almost 2k assets in medics. You won't have enough bodies left to heal. And those guys don't carry defibrillators. I mean, good positioning here. Except this guy. Cap of Pride. That was such a nice concave setup for Stitch. Yeah, Sarah knows what she's doing here. More light tanks being added. This is such an early game pressure build. Right now he could probably start overrunning, at least with the rocket soldiers. But the medics, they're just dead weights in those all-out army engagements. Sure, they're nice to keep your army topped off, but you never want like more than 1 or 2. Because infantry units have such a low health pool and OpenRA, they get bursted so easily that it doesn't really add value over time. Rather, you would rather have a large army than a small army with lots of medics. Widow is sending MCV, alright. Is this gonna be a straight up base push? Starting to look like it, and a Mexican standoff. Both Cav and Sarah know what's about to hit them. But on the back of this, it's basically just Stitch free roaming with her MCV. Sarah going on ahead. That's such an expensive scout, my man. MCV! He doesn't have a field what? He did not have a field defense prepared. This is just going from bad to worse to terrible to atrocious bad. At least he gets... Oh, he does have one forward barracks now. Silver lining, I guess. But he does have an MCV. Fair enough, in team games, you can always rely on your teammates' MCV to bail you out. So maybe it's not the worst loss in the world. Okay. The medics, they're actually healing. Healing the burns. Okay. How on earth did that work? The commitment for the MCV was not overly so, I feel. I mean, that's a war factory down. Still now the army is gonna dry up and there's again gonna be a rebound. I'm not sure if that's gonna work because the front lines are really non-existent for Widow and Rocket Fistnips anymore. Still enough to push for now, but that should be stopped relatively soon. We've got ourselves a game, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 is certainly a lot more competitive than game number 1. And the medics are still alive. And as I say this, they are getting splayed and splattered by the flame tower AoE. That is the Castless Curse. Main base of Kav is being dismantled. What the actual hell is going on here? Oh my goodness, he found his way into the eco lines as well. Now he needs to hard commit. Kav's got 4 miners left, let's see. Oh, he killed 4 miners, is that what I was trying to say? Yep. Lost his main base for it, but he still has econ left. This one is not over, and it's really hard to call. Oh! Yep. Kiss your econ goodbye. Kav with some really, really good army movements. Despite losing his main base, he still has a secondary. Sarah has now somehow managed to kill all of this. I think the Radadome did get revealed, did it? Yep. Killed 6 miners. In any other context, killing 6 miners would be a terrible thing. We're also up to soon we're gonna up to 9 or 10, let's see. But it's all on the... It's all about the pronunciation here. My goodness, 9 miners killed. I hate to say it, but sounds like the headlines to a school shooting. That's a bit of a dark one, but it is the objective truth. Nothing really killed here. Artilleries have come online as well. So it is again, despite the great push, not looking good for Rockhard Fistnips, aka Queef Inhaler and Widow. Just leaving the backlines unattended for a little too long. And the mine layer has certainly not paid off. Oof, how many harvesters are we up to? 8 and 4, over 2 and 6. So it is Stitch who is now the objectively richest person on the battlefield. Oh, that's nice. Some scatter fire, killing most of the mines. He has no idea where they are. She has no idea where they are, but it's gonna take a while still. Still gonna dissuade her from pushing, at least for the foreseeable future. Queef Inhaler back up to some solid econ, but man, Widow has been struggling. His econ is in a rough shape right now. Bottom side, we're seeing another push, but this should be enough to defend. I'd assume at least. Queef Inhaler has some infantry forces, just needs some... Oh, camo pillboxes to hide behind. Not the worst thing. That's solid. The APC transition from Kav, once again, proving that all you need is some solid armor core. Oh no, artillery fire. There are tanks. SarahSicaria's tanks in the backlines. SarahSicaria so far has been the MVP. Just putting it out there. She has definitely punched above her weight in this. certainly has managed to get some insane value. Okay, the push has been stopped. For the most part. Hello, Mr. Bond. A couple spies have been sent out of the back of this. Sarah certainly with some ideas here. That's really cool. She's got the Blackhawks online now. Cav is completely broke, but man, Sarah is floating hard. Widow and Queef Inhaler have seen better days as well. They also do not have access to tech, so right now Stitch, aka Sarah, is in an absolutely dominant position. Okay, where's the spy going? 2 spies so far. Also a mine layer. Just... Oh no! She went into the orifice. Oh, this one got intercepted. Nice awareness from Widow. Oh, the other one is still around. So it was just a scouting run. The artillery can now start pressuring. Can now start dismantling the minefield and then start pressuring the ore refinery. Even though Sarah probably doesn't win an all-out push just yet. Because there's an army waiting in the wings from Widow. She's in a fine position. There's gonna be a little econ raid. Cav is losing a couple harvesters. But he still has solid econ. And this push is drying up very, very quickly. Yeah, one more to go. And another ore truck, so some really good kills on the econ. Man, Rockhard Fistnips has really gotten the sixth sense for the army movements of Cav. Managed to get something into the back lines. And as a result, we're probably now seeing an army parity in a way. Oh my, never mind. Sarah is crushing it. She has to carry Cav as well. Strong back perk unlocked. Cav got hit really hard by this econ raid. Yeah, he ain't looking too strong. Nice micro here. Getting rid of the rocket soldiers, and the rest is history. The rest is just a couple mediums. No more imminent threat here. Cav is broke. Cav has only 2 harvesters left on this side. Oh, third one here. Sarah is wasting a lot of army assets trying to defend this. And so far, really good push. Really good push from Widow. Okay, way more effective than I thought it would have any right to be, but in comes the ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. And this is the right time for an attack move. Yeah, good luck, medics. Good luck, Mr. Medic, you've got your work cut out for you. Oof. There is an entire platoon's worth of assets waiting to just bust through the pillbox lines. But we've got Rockhard Fistnips trying to advance onto Cav's base. And this is the last that Cav has. Tanya has been unlocked. Tier 3's out for Tier 3 out for Sarah. She's losing a lot of helicopters here. Just gonna capture it back, okay. This little dispatch. Oh, that was an... Yeah, that was an MCV steal. Oh, the tech center is not going to live long. Tanya is out though, crucially. Oh, that was a kill from a spy. Hell yeah, haven't seen that in a while. He's got the silenced pistol. And Sarah is now bleeding some assets. She is in a world of hurt here. It's probably going to manage to retain her econ for now. Man, she lost her main base. In a way, there are still mining operations going on, so that's the crucial part. Tanks could have been a bit more active in this engagement. Mass tank raid from Rockhard Fistnips. Man, this is the 2v2 that we were promised. This is the good stuff. Mass tanks now. Alright, there's soon gonna be mass layoffs at Cav Incorporated. Cav Incorporated is going to get shut down in just a hot minute. That is his last... Yeah, that is basically his last bastion his last Dominion here. All the infantry are dying, and that should be the war factory down as well. In come a couple of helicopters, but they're not going to contribute in a meaningful way against the torrent of steel. And I've got to say that Widow has kind of reclaimed his ground here. Oh, Sarah went for a veterancy on all the infantry, so she did get a successful raid in. Okay, there's soon going to be only 2 harvesters for Cav. Good hustle, good hustle. These are going to be dead refineries. Cav has managed to re-establish himself here. Sarah's miners are offline here because there is no econ left. Sarah herself is now only up to 2 mining harvesters. Widow and Rockhard Fistnips, have they actually done it? Rockhard Fistnips is also up to tier 3 now. Is there going to be any tier 3 assets coming online? Let's see. Longbows. Probably a good call against both tank raids or trucks, or against tank raids or trucks, as well as just sniping out the Blackhawks. Yeah, I dig that choice. Probably a good call. Oh, here comes the infantry corps of Sarah. A couple of Blackhawks, just going for a power raid. That is probably the weaker of the possible plays, but still. War factory of SarahSicaria is going down now as well. She has no more econ. Radar dome going down, so that's it for any tech structures production except helipads. Does she still have a bank left? Not all that much. That's basically 1 month's worth of emergency savings. That is under the American corporate capitalism, that is probably gonna last her for half a medical emergency. Longbows are trying to hunt here. Oh! Nice! Splitting the missiles as well. That was a sick play. Rockhard Fistnips showing up. And in go the frontline medics from Widow. Man, I wish they would have a setting for non-aggressive. Ooh! Gets healed from his own. GG's being called! Holy smokes! What a comeback! That was a game and a half. That made up for the first 70% of a game that we had in. No, not even 70%, that was like 35% that we had in game 1. So altogether, we're up to probably 2.15's worth of games. Optimistically calculated. Right, that was kind of a series. Awesome games, and I'm really enjoying those 2v2 dynamics. This time around it was the players whom we did not have on the radar for all that much showing up big time, whereas the bigger names kind of went under. That was Widow rebounding, Cav being shafted in game 2. Sick games, and we're going to be casting some more 2v2s. The Red Alert Team League has thus far produced a couple of fantastic games. I want to give a shout out to Blacken, who recently contacted me because he also wanted to basically cast the same games. And first off, if you want to cast games, I have no monopoly on OpenRA. Please go ahead. I love seeing games casted from different perspectives. I will also watch them from different perspectives because I may always have missed something. So I think the audience only stands to gain something from watching multiple perspectives. So no one needs to ask me for permission. I don't have the exclusive rights here anyway. And second off, yes, Blacken does now have a Shoutcast channel as well, and he is a top tier RHL Masters player, so check him out. He's in the playoffs, spoiler alert. So I just wanted to give it a quick shout out. We've got a couple active casters back up, despite the last round of casters kind of fizzling out. But we still have Caution going strong. We've got Blacken now. We've got a couple others whom I'm going to shout out in a future episode. And myself, retired Kappa Pride OpenRA pro player. I mean, I love the game still, but there is no more time to play actively, competitively, so it's mostly down to watching, which is also amazing, because that gets me to such unforgettable moments as the Danger Close demo truck. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.